folks, welcome back. Doing another one of these. This week the commander of this deck is Ognis, the Dragon's Lash. 4-drop, most colors can be played with red or something else. Then there's two of them you can pay with either black or green. This deck actually doesn't really have many green cards in it. It has basically no green land. Ognis's gimmick is whenever a creature with haste attacks, you create a tapped treasure token. So what I've done here is I've actually made a treasure-based deck. It's pretty much entirely red, with a little bit of sprinkling of black. I don't think I might have actually removed the... Yeah, I removed the board wipes that I had in here. So it's basically aggro red to generate tons of treasure into a fairly large number of bombs, including Ulamog, Ceaseless Hunger, Old Gnawbone, Yadaro, just stuff like that. There actually was a earlier version of this deck, and it's part of the reason that this video is being made now is because the earlier version of this deck was 3-color ramp into bombs, trying to take advantage of it. And then what I realized is that I'd made a deck that did absolutely nothing with the commander's actual unique thing. I had just made red, green, black boring ramp, and it was very dull. Oh, good. So we'll take a couple games. This first one may not go well for us, just because Actually, no, we'll see. Yeah. Oh, interesting. I'm surprised he doesn't count as an artifact creature, but maybe he would have been too good or something if he had been. Alright, Wall Monitor. Destroy up to 1 target artifact. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Got Magda on turn 2. I had a good series of games with this, actually, so maybe this is the payback for that. Is that the second I turn on the stream, it's going to be a bunch of L's. Just non-stop L-edge. Gonti is basically just yoink the deck, the musical. Summon 0. I could have done that differently. I should have done that differently. Let's see what he pulls out. We also have Trash for Treasure in here just to dig out. There's like 1 or 2 artifacts that are basically worth digging out of the deck. Is he gonna steal, I wonder? No, it's not worth overthinking about. I can spend. Target creature can't block this turn. We're just going to keep going to brawl this out as quickly as possible. See how it goes. Three, huh? Swamp. Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll just stick the Shadow Spear on the onto the Lightning Phoenix and just keep hitting him with that. Yeah, that seems like a solid plan. Yeah. He's got so many cards to work with, though. Surprised he is that afraid of the Hall Monitor. It's not a big threat in this deck. And now, see, that's the thing that we use, or at least in theory, we'd use to fetch the no blocks. We'd use Trash to Treasure to drag that out of the graveyard. Do I just reset the board here? Beginning your end step, an opponent dealt 3 or more damage this turn. Here's what we do. Next. Ognis is going to die no matter what, so we may as well just get the extra treasure tokens. I have a couple. Maybe I shouldn't have used this explosive entry so early, because right now if I hadn't, I would have been able to blow up Immortal Sun and then pull it back out of the graveyard with trash for treasure. But I can't really do that. Yeah, the cards he's going to get out of that are just going to close me down most likely. Alright. Boo. Let's do this. Ognis, Dragon's Lash. Menace. The issue is he's just going to have so many cards that, like, there's just not much I can do to stop him from just continuing to beat me down. Yeah. Five, 6, 7. What a boring mono black deck. We may as well play Ziatora because think about this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. At this point we've kind of already lost, so it doesn't make a huge amount of difference what we do. And the luck on getting that Immortal Sun, though. Like, in all honesty, him grabbing the shock, right? Him grabbing the shock does not impress me very much. Like, or at least, that's not particularly unlucky, is perhaps the most accurate thing to say. Most of the instants and sorceries in this deck either, like, destroy land, or they do a bunch of burn damage. So, getting the ability to... Does he have lethal? Not yet. Getting a card that does burn, yeah, it's kind of to be expected. But getting like one of my big artifact bombs, yeah. All right, there's no point in playing that out. That's game. Bummer of a start. I guess I don't even know if anybody's even going to watch this part of the video, so it doesn't matter. My heart is not really in this today. It's not been like it's been a decent week. I'm just out of energy. Got a really weird letter earlier. I like to collect Pokemon cards, and I got sent a letter from like the United States like investigative thing, and it looks like for some reason they've pulled. I ordered cards on like TCG Player. They pulled a card I ordered like out of the mail system. They can't tell me why, right? I'm personally very curious. but for whatever reason, it set off some form of detection that's like, no, like there's crimes occurring. And so now I got this very scary letter, because if you Google the terms in this letter that I got, like, it's all like, yeah, so this is the letter you get when like you get caught trying to send drugs through the mail. But in this case, it's like, I literally, like, it's a single Pokemon card. I'm very puzzled as to how it tripped that alarm. If I had to make a guess, the actual guess would be they probably have some form of like chemical detector or like drug sniffing dogs, and the person who mailed the card to me got really high before sending it to me, which, you know, not a great plan ever. But let's see, who do we play here? The wall I can't do anything about. I can just keep whacking it. What's gonna do? Oh, actually, you know what? I play you here. Destroy target artifact. Can't counter that, buddy. Plundering Barbarian's a good card. I like it. What's he gonna do now? Maybe he was reliant on that extra. Yep. So you have 1 mana. Oh, and yeah, you can't even be angry at me for that, dude. That's on you. You kept a hand with no playables and no. Let's see, what's our prize? Lightfoot Rogue. If you keep a hand with no playable cards and like no mana, that's your fault. You want to play blue-white, but you're going to keep a hand of like 4, 5, 6 drops. That's on you. But yes, when I'm not being sent like letters by the post office that are like, by the way, we think you might have been sent drugs. I sent another package out like last week as it has a present for somebody in it. It's just a little painted figure I made for them, and I got the address wrong, and so now I'm waiting for that to return, and I'm dying inside because if I like got that wrong, like I don't ever get the package back, I can remake the figure. That's not difficult. I can still re-3D print it. I can still do all that stuff. But it's just like, man, like, little heartbreaking is the best way I would describe it. So hopefully that comes back in the next couple days. Either today or tomorrow is honestly when I would expect it by, because it was supposed to be 1 to 4 day shipping to be sent out. They marked it as a complete failure like 3 days ago. Let's see. So it's the Perpetual Dragon card in a Tiamat deck. I don't like that. Do I have a quick way to deal with that? Yes, I do. I have Shock. But if I Shock, I won't have anything else. Yeah, no, letting that survive for any period of time is probably going to bite me real bad. I guess I could have waited till his turn, but Glittering Stockpile. Interesting that he's choosing to tap it on his turn instead of just waiting for mine. Let's see. Storm's Wrath, Pirate's Pillage. Draw 2 cards to create 2 treasure tokens. We'll just proc out Ognis again. Go straight for combat. Next turn we'll cast Pirate's Pillage, I think. Maybe we'll throw, well... Tiamat does its thing when it gets... Oh, that's... Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was like, when am I going to cast this Chaos Warp? There's your answer. We get some more treasure. Perforos. I wonder... Interesting. He's just going to keep ramping. Perhaps I should play Perforos next turn, then. Never mind. Come on, don't do the counterspell. He still has the mana for... Does he have the mana for Hagra Mauling? I think he does. kind of figured that was coming. Perforos doesn't have haste. So this turn's going to be... Oh, I hate this dude. Absolutely hate this dude. What's he going to grab? Exile target player's graveyard. Till... Okay, buddy. You don't have mana. I don't... Oh, he gets until the end of your next... until your next end step. He gets 2 turns to work with for those. Oh, never mind. It is that end step. Okay, that's what I thought. It's not what I thought. It's not what I said, but I can act like it was, and that makes me feel smart. I'm just going to keep up the pressure. I will create 2, then I'll have 3, which means I can Storm's Wrath. Storm's Wrath is not really what I want. Is there any reason to throw away Gitu Lava Runner? Not really. I'm gonna do this now. I think... Throw away that. Not... This is not the law of equivalent exchange. Okay. I guess I'm still kind of in the same situation, though. Oh, no, I'm not, because... Yeah, you can just keep hitting me with Velomachus. And if I was him... I would play Tiamat this turn. He can play Tiamat, refill his hand. Interesting that this counts as a sorcery for the purposes of that search, but... Yeah, I don't have... Well, I draw 2 cards. I draw 2 more cards. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get something we can work with. I'm surprised that he's this hesitant to play Tiamat. Like, my dude. So here's what I think we do. I think we swing with everything. Now, regardless of who he blocks, he can't let somebody else through next turn. Oh, man, really? How did he have that much treasure? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, he'll make something indestructible. That might be game off that. He has, what, 8 to hit me with? Okay, 8 and 5 is 13. So he's actually 1 off lethal. You don't have haste. Tiamat. He did not block this the way I was expecting him to. Actually, I should play Seize the Spoils first. There. That'll give us a slightly higher red count to work with. How could he have done that differently? I don't know. I think he should have tried to actually finish me. Now, this turn, like, you gotta play Tiamat, right? Like... We're not... He does only need what, like... Sweltering Suns deals 3 damage to each creature. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 dragon cards, not named Tiamat, with different names. I actually am going to have a lot of mana to work with next turn. Might not make a difference, but I will have a lot of it. Well, Dragon Skull Summit. Roiling Vortex. Ognis, the Dragon's Lash. He has to block all of them. Oh, he can't block all of them. Untap, upkeep. So there is if he has something with flash that can gain him life, he can win. What else should I do today? Already 5:30. Actually, he can't. Even if... Yeah, that's game. Even if he had something that he could gain him life, I have 5 stacks of being able to put your opponents can't gain life. Let's do another historic Brawl Deck round. So the other thing is that this guy is actually the last... He's the last of the legendary creatures in Capenna that I currently have. So I'm going to keep doing these videos. It's just I'm going to have to start digging into the rare card stockpile. So I actually already went and crafted all the uncommons. There's no turn 1. We'll just do this enters tapped, since we don't have a turn 1 play. Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge, aka Artifact Affinity deck. Interesting. I'm overthinking this a bit. I could have done that next turn, it would have been mostly the same. Let's do this. Now what I really want is a yep, that would also be a good target. What I need is a land. If I don't pull a land, I can keep hitting him for a little bit, but without a land, not helpful. Just given the way this is going, I'm going to push this aggressively. And we won't have access to that yet, so... What I want to do is Smashing Success and then play Cemetery Gatekeeper. To steal one of his. To burn out probably Hedron Archive. If I don't scry and I don't get a land, then I can't do that. I can just blow up one of his things. Yep, that's not good. But it does mean he's completely tapped out. So ideally that would have been a land. It's not. Let's do... No, wait, I can do this. Smashing Success. Cemetery Gatekeeper. Edron Archive. I think I probably needed that a turn or two earlier, though. Target artifact from your graveyard to your hand. I think I play Ognis next turn. That was an interesting turn to concede on. I think he should have just... I don't think that was as bad for him as he thought, but maybe his hand was just complete garbage. Alright. How long have we been streaming? I think we've done 4 or 5 games. We'll try to... I'll play till I have one more good game, win or lose. And then I should really go for a run. Oh, I might not go for a run today. My legs are actually kind of dead. I'll definitely go for a walk, though. I'm going to take a free mulligan. Wow, this is way worse. Mulligan. Much better. For given value, better. We'll toss you, because you're good, but you're a 6-drop, and I'm playing off 2 land. Oh, it's Admiral. Admiral pain in the ass. Admiral Beckett Brace. Can't blitz this. We'll just play it normally. What a funky card. So this was actually in both versions of my deck. Well, this was actually in version 1 of the deck that I'm not playing today. Dude, I don't... I'm sure you're blue. I'm sure you have full control on, but it's a 2-drop. Either play the counter spell, or... I believe the technical term is shit or get off the pot. Pirate Tribal is actually going to be kind of difficult to deal with if he has pace. If he can just play 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop Beckett, then that could be a problem. Just because that just doesn't... He's got better colors than I do, and that kind of runs counter to what I would like to achieve, which is just burning him down as fast as possible. There's no guarantee I will be able to play a 4-drop, so let's do this. Xorn. We'll just keep up the pace. If I can get a 4-drop, that'd be great. That's actually kind of a problem now. Except if we're, I guess if we're both going full aggro. He must have a board wipe, right? Turn 4 board wipe? I'm about to have a lot of mana, but not much to do with it. Interesting. I'm gonna give this up. I don't think I have much value for it right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's game. I don't count that as a good game. We're gonna do one more. And then I'll figure out what I should make for dinner tonight. Let's see. Okay, this is decent. I'd like it if we were going first, but did we just play this guy? Mountain, Rabbit Battery. We'll have Voltage Surge if he... Yeah. We don't have our good cheap removal though. Target creature or planeswalker. Midnight Clock, yep. Oh, this is a different deck. Voltage Surge. Go away. Yeah, you don't get an ounce of breathing room. Because if I give you that, you will thrash me. And I know that full well. I think we put the if we don't draw a land, I think we put the Rabbit Battery on Legion Warboss, right? So that he can't Guardian Idol to kill Legion Warboss by holding the mana open. He does still have 4 to buy with. He's already at 7. Jesus. Okay, but he's giving me more time, which I am fine with. What's the most efficient use of this time? Probably this. I'm gonna put it on one of these. Alright, he actually just gave me a bunch of... So maybe he'll do Sharding Sphinx, whatever creature control you create. It's a 4/4 for 6. Okay, what's he gonna blow up with it? Legion Warboss, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this works. Actually, let's think about this for one moment. If I remove that, I deal 6 to him. I play Chandra. Here's what I do. I deal 6 to him. Then I cast Chandra with it. Then I use Chandra to blow up the Meteor Golem. 1, 2, 3. And then I finish him. Alright. That was a better game. I feel better about that one. That was... I'm going to put it bluntly, that's his fault for choosing to play as greedy as he did. Once he was sitting on 4 or 5 mana, he could have just started playing Tezzeret. He would have lost him once or twice, but he would have been able to stay in the game. Alright, so I think I'm going to count that as a good game. I'm going to count that as the last game for today. Thanks for stopping by, anybody. I'm going to keep making these, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, take care.